quel count all alone. And in the northern moment won't last, but then we remember it again when we close our eyes like stars across the sky. E per vincere, tu dovrai vincere. We were born to shine. All of us see because we believe. Not under the like stars across the sky. We were born to shine. E per vincere, dovrai vincere. E allora
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to a blissful Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you.
It's like, you ever have a sweet and sour, or a good or bad?
Ain't
I
nothing
think I
bad.
needed to hear this today.
What
Opening
a
of
voice,
the show.
right?
I'm gonna tell you.
The voice of Andrea
And he's probably
Garofalo.
keeping a little low because he blew the roof off this place.
I know you were a little worried about the speakers, I know, right?
Speakers. I'm worried about the speakers 4 streets down.
What a voice, though.
Unbelievable. We kind of need that uplift going on right now because Aaron Rodgers is out for the year, which we all knew was going to happen.
Exactly.
So now begins the fun of finding
We
his
had
replacement.
4 good plays, 3.5.
Don't be a wise guy, because you know the University U. What
$50
happens
million
is
for
could,
3.5 plays. How does that equate?
why is
How
it
does
with
that-
you everything's about money?
Because that's just a crazy situation.
Maybe it's not about money. Maybe it's about the will of the people. 84,000. You know, they sold more tickets for that game than they did for the Super Bowl. Do you remember who played at the Meadowlands in the Super Bowl? The 2 teams. I thought it was the Seahawks. I gotta look it up.
Eagles. Can we fix that picture next to Frank also? There you go.
I don't know. I gotta look it up because now it's bothering me. But they sold more tickets last night than they did for the Super Bowl game. And they had more people outside the stadium, 60,000 outside the stadium watching, and 84,000 inside. It's craziness.
Yeah, but look what it did. It showed the whole team, the resiliency of the team of New York, and just
9/11.
amazing of 9/11, of everything, the
All of that
rainbows. It just
good stuff.
all the angels that we talk about all the time. They were all there.
Yes, and now they go to Dallas, and there's nothing but devils down there, and it's all over.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
going to be
I don't know
a
about that, but-
bloodbath.
Poor performance that was.
Well, the Giants,
Oh, Lordy.
I don't know what happened there. I have no solution for that. At least maybe one score, one field goal, something.
So we have to thank Frank
Thank-
Frank for bringing in Andre. How did you meet him?
We've met a couple times at other networking events, and last time I took his information and I contacted him and said, I got a great venue for you to show up at, and here he is.
What a voice. Have you always sang opera?
No,
No.
What did you sing before that?
I was a drummer for 17 years.
A drummer.
Yes.
And never sang?
Never sang.
Nobody let you sing?
No, I just had a love for the drums, and I didn't care about singing. So
what you do? Wake up one day, you took a pill, and bloof.
I have to thank some friends that encouraged me to take up lessons, and here I am.
So how long have you been singing?
Professionally since '94. Well, '93 when I moved back to Rome, and singing for the Sistine Chapel Choir. Yes.
Of course.
Of course. So let me get this right, because
Frank, did you know this?
No.
So let me get this right,
course
because
you
after the night I've had, where I threw my jersey away and they had to take it out and wash it. So you weren't singing, and now you're singing in Rome.
In the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, of course. Is there any other place he should be?
What a gift. How long did you sing at the Sistine Chapel in their choir?
I didn't last long because I had nostalgia to go back home in Canada. And there where I really formed my roots as far as becoming not only a singer but a producer. I produce a beautiful show, Pop to Opera. That is my love. It is a variety show, and in Canada it included just on the average but between 20-25 people in the cast. And then 2009 I brought it here for the first time. I created the Canada's Pop to Opera Trio. And we came here to do all the circuit, the condo circuit. So after that, I created Lanza Mizzicaruso, which was a fable. It was not a real thing, but it was something through my eyes. And after that, I created the legendary Tenors in 2002.
Wow.
And we toured extensively in the U.S. And we even sang for Francis Coppola Winery. So. Yeah, it's been a great trip, really.
So you went from drummer boy to singing all over the world. Did you sing for the Pope?
Well, at that point, not directly for Pope John Paul, but I was hired in the Sistine Chapel Choir.
What was
Yeah.
it like to sing in the Sistine Chapel? I mean, you're standing before history.
Well,
Greatness.
I did a few concerts for the Vatican in Perugia, and of course it's just an experience where when you sing in a church, you rely on the acoustic, which is your voice comes from the sky. You know, it's incredible.
His voice
Yeah.
comes from the side,
Yeah.
the sky.
Well, comes
Meanwhile, he was in the back. They didn't let him sing.
Yeah.
comes from
That's
God.
hilarious. They didn't let him sing.
And the tenors, wasn't Bocelli in with the tenors as well?
Sorry.
Andreas Bocelli was with the tenors as well, not your group.
I happened to jam for about 2.5 hours back in 1996, I believe. I was working in Toronto at this restaurant, and I finished my gig, and here it comes. I go in the back practicing with my pianist, and here he shows up, and he had his pianist too, Carlo.
Wow.
And so we had a ball of a night there, going from classical Italian to opera, anything
Amazing.
went.
Can you imagine the dueling tenors?
Yeah.
I'm still
You're
caught
still
up
at the
by him
Sistine
being
Chapel.
him being the drummer. I mean,
Yeah.
that's some story. I was a
it-
drummer. They didn't let me sing. What? How does that happen?
Yeah.
How is it that a voice like that, and you've gotten stronger and better and more professional as you've gone along?
Well, I spent altogether 3.5 years. First year was through the opera company that sponsored, paid for my lessons. And then after that, it was 2.5 years one-to-one with the professor at the university. Yes, it was not an easy task. I gave up about 3 times. I threw the towel. I said, "This is not for me," because it's very, 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 very hard. If you want to do it correctly, if you want to do just, this is okay, but he was very not severe, but rigid, and he wouldn't let me get away with anything.
That
Are
made
you
you
re-
better.
Are you
Yeah.
originally from Toronto?
Pardon?
Are you from Toronto?
Hamilton, Stony Creek.
Canada.
It's about 60 kilometers from Toronto. But then I did live in Mississauga, which is the neighborhood of Toronto.
It's about as far away from here as you can get.
Does Broadway know about you?
You know, I did the summer opera in concert, and somebody was telling me that there was more that I wanted to do. In other words, all type of music, and you don't have the freedom to do that because when you do an opera, you just learn that opera and you do it over and over. But there's no contact with the people. You know, once you're finished, you retire. It's different than when you're having a concert and where you can mingle with the public. You know, it's a different thing altogether. So I chose this route to sing pretty well anything from pop to opera, and I sing in 7, 8 languages. Of course, with
7 or 8 languages. That's
yes,
pretty good.
How many let you sing and you speak or just sing?
sing. Well, I'm Italian, of course. It's my language, and then English, Spanish, French, and then I do half a dozen of dialects, really Italian dialects, which Neapolitan is it's a total different language than the Italian, you know. And then of course I do a little bit of Yiddish, Hebrew, of course Latin. In the Catholic Church, especially in the Vatican, it's all Latin, and a little bit of Russian. So
He does everything.
And what's
Yeah.
your group now? You're still putting shows together in
yes,
theaters?
we're in the midst of rehearsing the next Pop to Opera. Should be ready probably towards the end of October.
And where are you going to be showing it?
Well, we have a deadline to perform it at the Coral Lakes. It's booked for next year, February 18th. I think the tickets are pretty well all sold. But once we have the show ready, we have John Knox offered us their theater for us to perform it there, do the dress rehearsal, and record it, and then with that, go and sell it to agent, to places, whichever.
And how many in this group? 3 or 25?
We're 3. As
Okay.
2, myself, another tenor, and a soprano, but very versatile. We do, the Broadway, the pop. It's not easy to find, people so, flexible,
Now, do you have an orchestra or do you do tracks?
No, we do tracks.
You
The
do
two
tracks.
Eventually, because back in Canada, I had a 6-piece ensemble for the classical, and then I had a 5-piece band for the pop. So sometimes during the Broadway tune, they were playing together. But it's very hard to have an orchestra that can do both, really. It has to be really tailor-made, So it's at this point it's easier with the tracks because you have the sound of an orchestra behind you, so maybe in
So-
the future.
Frank, end of October, I don't know. Do you know an event happening the end of October that might need a dress rehearsal anywhere? In a theater? I don't know. Just thinking.
I have an event in October
At a theater?
at a theater.
That could hold a few tenors.
They could hold 3 at least.
Oh, 3 at least.
Yeah.
We
It's
need to talk.
interesting. It's an
If you want to have a
interesting.
dress rehearsal.
It's an interesting concept because the sound is made. It's an old church, believe it or not, and the sound carries very, very well in this particular.
The concept of the pop to opera, it just came to me because in the old days I used to go and see singers like Paul Anka, Tom Jones, everyone, and it was always like not that I did not enjoy the hour and a quarter, hour and 20 minutes of their show. It was like a whole night of one thing, and I said there could be something different, and so putting together my first pop to opera, it was not easy, because, I mean, you have to think of the minimal particular, you know, whether you have a little kid singing, a teenager, a cappella group, the band, you know, and we had like the Canada Street Tenor, which was formed in 1995. So we headline all the shows, pop to opera. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I admire the fact that you came up pop to opera, that you have that thing going, because 18 years ago, I did streaming for radio stations. And they said that doesn't make any sense. You're a video concept on a radio station. It makes a whole lot of sense. Because when you're on a radio station, there's a lot of people that don't do it because they are not audio capable, they are video capable. And here I am still 18 years later doing it. So I think that the pop to opera is a magnificent idea. I think it's ingenious, to be honest with you.
Because so many artists that we've been working with have said the same thing. You can't have an hour and a half of Engelbert or an hour and a half of Frank. People want variety.
Exactly, exactly.
And now you change up the genres. I mean, you're not just changing people, you're
Yeah.
changing the entire scope of the music.
During my show, my 90-minute show, people go, "Oh my God, it's already the time," because I take them from one place to another, and they don't realize, you know.
You know, it's interesting because we talk about singers, and then you talk about singers that are entertainers. Entertainers is what the community is wanting. I mean, singing is fine, but that's what I love about JC. I like about Johnny T, about these people, because they are entertainers. They're as funny as all can be on the set. And they add a little humor to it, they add some memory to it, they add some loving to it, all the aspects. And people are like, I mean, they just get into it. And then they want more, and then they want more. But again, I applaud what you're doing. I think it's,
What you're saying is that becoming an artist, it's like a complete puzzle. You have to have all the little pieces. And if you have one missing, it becomes like mediocre. But if you have all the pieces, you know, that's when you can call yourself complete.
correct.
And, you know, and it's a hard work. Some people say, "Oh, you make it look so easy." Yeah, it's just like a dock on the water. You know, it's nice and smooth, but underneath goes crazy. You know.
At the pop to opera, it just opens up your audience to so many people. You don't just have to be opera lovers where you've got this niche. It's people who appreciate good music and appreciate how music changed and the evolution of where it is.
The beauty is that when I did my show, I encouraged the young ones to like the classical. That was the idea. And in my show, it's created, it's shocking. It's nothing, oh, we do this first, then this next. Or it's like after, you know, like an aria, an operatic aria, you know, here comes Tom Jones,
Wow.
you know. So it's just shocking where people are sitting at the edge of the seat and say, what's next? We never give a program. They don't know what's coming next. So it's even better that way.
It's funny, Frank, because back in the day in New York, they had the Blue Boys, those guys who dressed up in blue, and they were on a black stage, and they used to come out and play.
Yeah.
Well, in New York City, those
Used to throw the
guys,
paint and the waters around and everything. yeah.
it turned into that. But before all that came out, at NYU, these guys were in the
Blue Man
Washington.
Group, right?
Yes, but they were in Washington Square Park, just playing the plastic paint cans.
Yeah.
The big
Remember
ones.
that.
And they started like that. And then they put it on bricks, and then they put a mic to it. And the next thing you know, they put them on Broadway, and these guys were all dressed up in blue, and the paint started to fly, and it became a hit for years. Something as simple as beating a drum became a super sensation. So, again,
I think it's about a calling from the one up there, really. And sometimes
well, you've been there, so.
Yeah, the way things happen, it's just you know, there's no explanation really.
Have you met Frank?
Yeah, funny things seem to happen when Frank is in the room.
But did it say if anything happened on the way to the forum?
And, he's
Funny thing
right.
happened on the way from
Andrea
Frank.
goes from 1 minute it's Pavarotti, and the next minute is Sinatra.
Yeah,
Well, why don't we take a commercial break? Maybe when we come back, you can give us two.
sure.
So
Two
we can see the
examples.
difference?
See the
Sure.
differences?
Oh, this is great.
All right, more to come with Andrea
All right.
Garofalo on the other side of this commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. We've got Frank in the house. We've got Tony Wilson coming.
He just
We've
called.
got
I
the
gotta call
Doctor
him
of
back.
Fun, a whole lot of stuff. More to come. We'll be right back. AMP2 Media Productions,
why
in
Tony's
collaboration with True Oldies Radio and Comcast TV, bring you the opportunity to spotlight your business on Monday Night Football on ESPN. By targeting your preferred Comcast region, your commercial will be spotlighted during NFL and NCAA football season, reaching over 1 million viewers. Let AMP help you amplify your impact in the community. Contact us at 866-224-5422 to create your own commercial today.
If you're tired of only working for your money and are ready to get your money working for you, then check this out. This is the Transact card, the first of its kind Visa bank card where you double your dollars on every transaction. Transact card provides you with a system for your money finally works for you. The days of underwhelming 1% to 2% cashback are over. Are you ready to welcome in dollar for dollar rewards, doubling your buying power and creating financial momentum? Look, if you've been trying to save your way to wealth and that isn't working out the way you hope, maybe it's time to try spending your way to wealth instead. Learn more at gman.mytzt.com. That is gman.mytzt.com.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
Here in your eyes I found my paradise.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I bet a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each other course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, when I was down, I eat it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, 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 not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got if not himself? Then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words I want to read. The record shows I took the blows and did it again. I did it Frank's way.
Speechless. You're beyond speechless.
don't
You're
have it.
just pretty much numb on that one.
Don't know. Go to three, go to three, go to three.
Tira per la luce e tira forte il vento sulle vecchie terrazze davanti al golfo di Suriento. abbraccio una ragazza dopo che aveva pianto, poi si schiarisce la voce e ricomincia il canto. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue di te bene sai. Potenza della lirica, dove ogni dramma è un falso, che con un po' di trucco e con la mimica puoi diventare un altro. Ma due occhi che ti guardano, così vicini e veri, ti fanno scordare le parole, confondono i pensieri. Così diventa tutto piccolo, anche le notti là in America. Ti volti e vedi la tua vita come la scia d'un'elica. Ma sì, è la vita che finisce, ma lui non ci pensò poi tanto. Anzi, si sentiva già felice e ricominciò il suo canto.
Antonio?
Wait. Holy smokes.
What a voice.
I am speechless.
What a voice. What do you think, Josh? He's like,
Wow, I mean, pretty good.
Freddie says you're singing. It's not easy to be him.
Wow.
I mean, how do you go from that to interviewing to everyday life?
I don't know what to say anymore. I could listen to this guy all day.
I know, I'm thinking next 20 minutes, just let him sing.
All I know is, I've heard opera, and they tell me the difference is that some people can reach octaves that angels can hear. And the difference between that and other people that we've heard in this business, I think we just witnessed it.
Because it comes deep from your soul. It's not a voice. This is who you are. And you can feel the difference.
Yes, yes. And the difference is that the voice it goes through the body. It's the body that sings, really. It's not the throat. The throat is just a passage.
When did you realize you could sing? I know you played the drums and your friends encouraged you. That you actually said, I know I've got this voice. Because it's not a voice. This is who
more than
you
a
are.
voice.
This is you. This is a gift from God.
Yes, I had a couple of good friends. They were opera buffs, and I went to play tambourine at a mass one time. And of course he goes, give us a hand over here, sing some, help us, And I just tried to sing a few notes, and he goes, hey, well, you should do something about that voice. So
And then
that's
here we
how
are.
it started, really.
And we're glad you did.
I got to tell you, the way you take it is healing. So when we were in COVID, Dawn and I were trying to get approval from the hospitals, remember?
Yeah.
About putting somebody like him, on the roof of the hospital and bringing out a tremendous amount of speakers for the first responders. But your voice heals. And there are people writing in saying, where did this guy come from? I mean, what is going on here? And he's well known. It's not like he's a rookie around the block. But the way things are right now, you know, I could send you to Russia and Ukraine and you do your thing and they'll probably stop fighting. That's how big of a voice you carry. And it's not the throat, it is the person. You got a gift.
And I think you touched on something that very, very important. We should not fight a war. We should have competition and win wherever is a country, where there's anything, but with talent rather than killing people. So, but I don't know if ever it's going to happen.
Are you performing anywhere now while you're putting the show together?
Yes, we're putting the show together. We rehearse every Friday night, and hopefully, because everything, I have a beautiful, my stage director, Laura Kaduri, she's also a professional dancer, and so she coordinates everything. So the show is not just singing, but acting, dancing, and of course we have the media behind us, the big screen, and wherever it's possible, on either side of the stage. So it's a
full
complete
production.
show.
Frank, did you see him perform at a show or an event?
No, he was at a small. First time I saw him was at the Maxwell Room in Fort Lauderdale, and then he was at another. We were at a we saw him in a restaurant that he was performing, just like here.
Yeah, I'm with the Luxury Chamber of Commerce. Yeah,
Well,
that's-
I don't know
that's
where
what-
you are, but I know we got to get more of you out there because your music, your voice heals us all. And that Frank found you is never a coincidence because when Frank comes, he brings the angels with him.
I think, Frank, we need to talk about a way of promoting your event through this gentleman and doing
Yeah,
some
we
other
need to
things
talk about
with
that
him.
if you can.
Yeah.
Tell us about your event, Frank.
Yeah, my Florida Arts Network. We're a 501c3. We want to promote the arts in schools through scholarships, grants, and workshops. We're having our first fundraiser award show at the Savers Cinema on October 24th. We're giving away 2 awards, partially due to our friends here at AMP. The first awards are going to be for Best Performance in a Music Video and Best Director in Music Video. This probably either Wednesday or Thursday it'll be up on our website. That's www.floridaartsnetwork.org. The details will be there on how you can submit your videos, voting on the videos, and tickets. Tickets will probably go on sale also this week. If you are a business, a local business, who wants to help us promote and get your name on a promotional flyer or on a step and repeat banner, just contact us through our website. That's www.floridaartsnetwork.org, and we can give you the details. Or you can call me at 954-683-6925.
But it'd be kind of cool if their trio wanted to do a little bit of a dress rehearsal, even a couple numbers would be nice.
Yeah, well, if he wants.
Could be.
Well, we could always come back here as a trio and perform
We would
couple
love
of
that.
numbers. Why not?
I
We would be honored.
I
Yeah.
think we get even bigger. Why don't we put him in front of a stage and see him blow it out? I would love to hear him.
In the Saver. Or Delray, either way.
Either one, but the Saver
both.
is kind of cool because it is a church and it has that pitch to it. It has a different look to it. But the movies of Delray, same thing, because he has that uniqueness of both, and it's an amazing sound. And we're always looking for amazing diffs and amazing that and different things.
And Andrea is amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is this what you do full time?
Yes.
All in. And you live down in Miami?
No, I'm in Deerfield Beach.
You're up here. Close
It's
enough.
even closer.
Close
Right?
enough.
Hello.
I'm 20 minutes away.
Yep.
Truly spectacular.
Not even a bus ride.
What a gift. Maybe we can get another one set up, and while we do that, we can talk to Frank about his book, 10048. Pretty timely after yesterday.
10048?
Yeah. You know what that is?
I have no idea. Tell me.
It is zip code 2.
It was the original zip code to the World Trade Center.
Okay.
So Frank wrote the book, the Jack Steinhaus novel, and we haven't talked about that one in a while.
Well, I was going to ask Frank. Frank, you saw the game yesterday, and you saw what they were talking about 9/11, and you see that the president and the vice president, everybody was in different parts of the country because they wanted to spread the love all over the place. And I wanted to ask you, after writing this book, how you feel about everything that the country is trying to, because they want them not to forget. What's the theme
The
this
younger
year?
generation.
The younger
Yeah, we
generation.
shouldn't. That's the only time we were actually attacked on our, besides Pearl Harbor, the only time we were attacked on U.S. soil was 9/11. So that's something that generation should not put aside.
Well, Pearl Harbor happened. That was a bad situation. In Pearl Harbor, what is November 7th every year? We go through the motions on that stuff as well. But that thing is still leaking oil, by the way, that ship in the...
But not in the continental U.S.
Well, that's one thing. And the other thing was that that was wartime.
Yeah,
was-
and this-
that was
Pearl
war,
Harbor
right.
was sailors. They were military people. So that was a military
that was a
attack.
military thing. This was a civilian target.
This
so-
was just, this opened up, and they said that what they wanted to do was to change the course of our country, and they have.
And
right?
they
We
did.
become
Totally.
anti-terror. And
But I have to
terror
tell you, the
anti-terror.
tribute they did last night when they did the national anthem,
When she sang,
not only did she sing, but the way they went to all the different bases of our armed forces, and you could see the commitment that these men and women have in their eyes to protect this country. And when we say thank you for your service, that's not even the tip of what we should be doing for,
we should
for
be
our
doing much more.
armed forces, our veterans, and the people that currently serve, because they are, you could see this gentleman's face in the Army if you go back and you watch it. His face, it's like when Garcia's doing a shoot. He is unwavered. Their commitment to serving this country for keeping peace and keeping us safe. We don't do enough for our armed forces.
We don't.
But
Yeah,
the fact
and-
that what they did yesterday, and they panned and they clipped back and forth to where they were, not only was she singing, but you could see the feel of the pride that they hold for this country.
Yeah, my wife Christine and I had a very powerful experience a couple of years ago. We visited the memorial in Pennsylvania where the plane went down, Plattsburgh, I
Plattsburgh.
believe,
yeah.
where the plane went down, and they have a memorial there. That was powerful. That was just.
They have a big memorial.
They have a big memorial where the plane crashed, and they have a track. They put a track on the ground which shows the path of the plane
Wow.
over the area before it hits the ground, and then inside they have all the pictures and parts of the plane that they found and names of the people that died. You go there, there's not a dry eye in the place as you walk through that place. It's
Now, what
very
I found
prominent.
out yesterday watching this is that today they are still trying to find missing people. So this week, last week, they got 2 more bodies identified
Really?
from 22 years ago. 2 more bodies were identified last week, and they still have a lot of people they have not found or identified yet. That's how tragic this thing is, but they don't stop. They continue to go. And it's really, really vital that we tell our young kids about the message about it. And this is not about being Democratic and not about being Republican. It's not about that. It's about being an American. It's about being involved in your country. Because if you don't have your country, whether you know this or not, you're going to have to live under a different rule. And you're not going to like it. And I'm telling you now, you're not going to like it. So when it came to me yesterday that she sang that song without a tear, without shedding a tear, man, how do you do that? I couldn't take it. It was ridiculous.
You just see people's commitment to our country, to protecting who we are in our way of life. But I have to ask Frank, what inspired you to write a story about this?
Well,
What you write about? Wait a minute, what was it about?
My main detective, Jack Stenhouse, is a homicide detective in New York. So I decided one of the episodes that I wanted to write a book about the World Trade Center. Of course, I wrote it 15 years late. It was 15 years after, 16 years after. So what I did is there was a rumor. Well, there's not a rumor, but in the Trade Center there was a coin dealer who used to sell purchase. In one of the subfloors of the Trade Center, there was a coin dealer that sold precious coins and gold coins and gold. And $10 million of that went missing when the supposedly went missing when the building collapsed. They never found the gold. So the premise that I took was that 15 years later, at the reflection pool of the Trade Center, they find the manager and owner of that business poisoned to death at the pool, and in his hand is a gold coin. So Jack Stenhouse is the detective who's on. It was part of his precinct. When he goes down there, he's then tasked to try to figure out who killed this ghost at 9/11, where has he been for 15 years, and where's the gold, and how did he get out?
Really?
So that's the book.
Or did he?
And 10048 is the original zip code that was assigned to the World Trade Center.
Or is he sitting here with boots and a hat?
You're funny.
I gotta tell you, I'll never forget having lunch in the windows of the world at the top of the World Trade Center. I was dating a girl, her mother worked on the 12th floor or something. And this was years before it went down. But I'll never forget the feeling of being on top of the world, man, because I'm gonna tell you, that building was so high up. And the look and the feels. And yesterday, all that stuff comes running back. You know, I can still smell the food. And when those buildings were up and the people that you meet and how excited you get to be on top of the world, you know?
I never made it to the Trade Center, but I was at the Empire State Building. So
That's another place.
That's another. Yeah, it's like you're on top of a mountain.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have your other book. Let's see your other book that's out there.
Yeah, that's
Destruzione della Rocca.
Destruzione della Rocca, which means destruction of the rock. That's basically the mafia put a hit out on the Pope because the Pope excommunicated the mafia, so the mafia put a hit out on the Pope, and my guys pulled out of retirement to try to stop the hit.
Didn't you send that book to be a movie? Wasn't there a book or something that you had sent to somebody waiting for them to turn it into
There's
a movie?
two. Blue Falcon,
Okay.
and we just got a production company wanting to do our Stuck in Traffic.
Congratulations.
So we have to set up a meeting with them because they're out of Ukraine.
Wow.
So
that's
and
terrific.
we're waiting on a line producer that's going to budget the movie. So that's in process, but we're hoping to get that
amazing.
done. So
He doesn't tell nobody nothing, right?
Like, keeps it close to the
I
vest.
don't know if I have to go to Ukraine, but that should be
Well, I'm
interesting.
sure that they're going to meet you outside of you.
I would guess so.
There's this thing called Zoom.
Yeah, that's Zoom. But I don't know. Eventually, we may. I don't know where they're going to
Eventually,
film
you're
it.
gonna have to
They
make
film
that-
all over the world. They're supposed to be a very professional group. Yeah,
But you're
so
going to keep it U.S. based?
We're going to. Yeah, we're going to. Yeah.
I mean, the plot line's going to say what it is.
The plot line is South Florida. So,
Okay, so the plot line will
but
say
you
what
know,
it is.
today you can film South Florida anywhere. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have to
But
film in South
still,
Florida.
it's the idea that we talked about before, that it happens in our own backyard.
Right.
Well,
That's incredible.
Well, the
Congratulations.
object of the game here, that it happens in Europe, I think you have a better success rate. Because you saw what they did with Sound of Music.
Sound
and
of
they
Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
And they shelved that movie for 5 years because they made them change it and they didn't want U.S. based. They wanted the heroes to come from here, but they put it in South America. Remember that he was in the jungle and everything.
Yeah, but I think that slowly. I think people are slowly coming to realize that the biggest market of human trafficking is right here in the U.S. of A. We're the largest market here. So
Interesting.
You know, you think about
180 million people are stuck.
That's a lot.
it's terrible. You think about all the things that our media hypes, the negativity, things they don't bring awareness to like this, the politics that it's all over the news, but yet when you hear a voice like Andrea, we don't have more of that, right? We have to promote it and promote it and promote it. Because maybe that's what the sound of freedom is. Maybe that's the healing that we all need of music. To touch our souls.
His music can be put on any movie. I'm going to tell you something, the impact that he has in an opening credit on a movie. Do you know what made the Goldfinger and those 007 movies a hit? Look at the opening music.
Oh, the music.
Look at the opening music. It changed everything about the movie, and it became a hit, and it was played on the radio and everything else. Music has a frequency that makes everything better that follows it.
So why don't we have Andrea take us out to commercial break? You have another song lined up for us?
Yes, that would be the aria from Turandot.
Oh, wow. All right.
I don't know what he said, but it sounds sexy.
It's an aria, so it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's go to...
What a treat. I got to tell you.
He leaves me breathless.
I'm thinking we have to share this with 95.3 and 96.9
absolutely.
tonight.
Absolutely. Why don't we talk to him when we're off the air? All right, let's
All
go
right.
to camera 3. Let's turn off the light at the back. Let's do this. All right, bring it back to us. Now, have you ever gone to opera houses? Have you heard opera?
I have never been to a full opera, but when I listen, because you never realize, everyone says the opera, but when you listen to it,
What's the big one in New York? What's the big opera house in New York? The big one.
Lincoln Center.
Yes, I went to Lincoln Center.
it's spectacular, right?
I went, me, Michelle, Frankie, and Mimi. The 4 of us went to Lincoln Center.
Did you love it?
And we were sitting front row, baby. Front row. And this gentleman, 6'8", 300 pounds, comes over and says, "Excuse me, sir.
You're in my seat?
You're sitting in my seat." And I said, "Well, I don't think so." And I showed him my ticket stub. So he calls over the ushers. He says, "Call security. I reported these tickets stolen this afternoon."
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Where did Frankie get the tickets from?
So I look at Frankie, because I bought these tickets from Frankie's connection. So Frankie goes, "Wait a minute." Everybody, wait a minute. Security, wait a minute. Because it was like 5 cops now. Let's go to the back and talk about this. We don't need to do this in front of everybody. So we go to the back. And what I did was, I got out when people were coming down to go to their seats, and I pushed myself with Michelle. I didn't care about my sister. I pushed myself with Michelle, and we got the hell out of this. Just, everybody run!
You left Frankie there with his
I don't
sister?
care what happened.
What happened?
Frankie got these tickets from a guy named Pocket.
Of course.
And Pocket must have taken the tickets from the guy's locker where they worked. But he didn't tell us that.
And you bought them.
Yes. Well, I got on the phone and says, "You tell Pocket I have something to share with him. I need to see him immediately."
Oh,
I got my money back and then some.
gosh.
But can you believe that, man? I got so close. So here I am at Lincoln Center. Are we ready?
We'll have our own Lincoln Center.
All right, let's do this. Let's go back to camera 3. A.
Nessun dorma, nessun dorma. Tu pure, o principessa, nel
Ant Media Production presents Music Night, a once-in-a-lifetime lineup of concerts including Jive Talking, a Bee Gees tribute band, Tony Wilson as James Brown, Johnny T, the Voices of Legends, Frank Dean and Friends with Mike Dutra, and a Salute to the Veterans by JC Dreesen. Go to events.amp2.tv for more information and get your tickets now. That is events.amp2.tv.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Ant Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Ant Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Todo Bello Balloons is a business that was born out of a passion for creating unique and beautiful balloon designs, including balloon bouquets, balloon arches, balloon columns, and more. We specialize in creating unique and beautiful balloon designs that bring your dreams into reality. We believe that balloons have the power to bring people together and create lasting memories, and we are honored to be part of that experience. Contact us and we will bring happiness to your celebrations with our balloons.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Ant Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
How's everybody doing? Are y'all ready? Well, I'm back. I'm back. Get up on the thing and sing to you a bit better. Get up on the thing and sing. Get up on the thing and sing to you a bit better.
most people know what it's about. Where people stand in line and shake your hand. And they dance to the rhythm, they dance my band. You know they dance on the good foot. Get down on good foot. Make it funky with my good foot. They dance on good foot. Cause ain't nothing going on, y'all, but the rent. It's just a whole lot of bills and my money spent. But see, that's on the bad foot. You know my feet get short and I got the blues. I got a front job, I pay my dues. Because I get it on a good foot. Get on a good foot. I get down on a good foot. Dance on a good foot. Where the long hair hippies and Afro back, they all get together and cross the track. They party! Ha! Good foot. Dance on a good foot. Get it! Get it! You got it, now do it! Do it! Come on, get it now! Hey! Now! Come on, get down! Hey! Come on, get down! Woo! Come on now, get it! Funky with a good foot. Come on now. Come on, get down. Baby, get it now. Come on. Woo! Hey, baby. Get funky with me. Come on now, do it. Get on the good foot. Get it now. Do it. Do it. Come on, get it. Wait a minute now. Play on it now. Do it. Get on the good foot. Get it. Get on down. Hey, you better get on your good foot. Do it. Get on the good foot, baby. Come on now, get it together, my brother and sister. Hey, you better get on your good foot. Hey, get on the good foot. This is a man's world. This is a man's world. It would be nothing, nothing, nothing without our women and our girls. You see, the man made the cars, take us over the road. Man made the train, carry the heavy load. Man made these electric lights, take us out in the dark. And man made the boat for the water, like our Bible said, no later on. This is a man's world. But it'll be nothing. No, no. Not without our women and girls. You see, the man thinks about his little bitty baby girl and his baby boy. Man made him so happy, 'cause man make them toys. And after man, when he made everything that he can, you know man made money, pounds, little pieces to buy from each every man, boy, girl, and child. No, it's a man world. But it'd be nothing without our women and our girls. Help me, somebody. Without a woman, a man is lost. a woman, he lost and bitterness. Man can't live without a woman.
Smoke.
I think he's gonna come sitting over here. We'll turn on some
We're going
lights.
to turn on some lights. We're going to bring him on camera at 4. You know, I got to tell you,
What
what
a
a
treat.
show. I don't know whether to cry, whether to dance. I mean, this guy, and I got to ask you, we're
Tony,
sitting
just
up
grab
here.
that mic next to you.
Next to you, by your shoulder. We're sitting up here wondering, just take it out the jacket. We're sitting up here wondering, now you do these gigs, we played a Ville where you had the old Tony, the new Tony, everything in between, for an hour and a half.
How do you have the energy to do that?
What do you do, Pilates? What do you do?
I pretend like,
Yeah.
I just pretend like the police is after me. I can do all that. You know.
Almost gave me a heart attack. What's the matter
see
with
us
you?
both jump.
I went, what the hell? I thought you saw a ghost, because
Yeah.
Frank is here.
Good thing G-Man wasn't here. He'd be like, I gotta pop him.
Oh, man. I mean, but how do you sustain?
They're laughing.
And you do you still doing the squirrel?
Of course.
Just bring that down.
Do me a favor, don't do that.
Yeah, well,
Because every time you do that, my heart skips a beat. It says, oh, God, Tony's going to break his neck.
no.
I don't know how you do that. For an hour and a half, you've got a show.
I can do it as long as the band keep playing. I can do it.
Well, I'm really excited to announce. Can we announce? October 12th?
Absolutely.
He's going to be joining us at the Savor Cinema at 8 o'clock to the Young James Brown. We're going to talk about Trax Band. We're going to get all those details ironed out at 8 o'clock at the Savor.
And we spoke to the Bee Gees yesterday and everything else. They're going to go on at 6, and they are excited.
We've got a double header
He
that
says
night.
to me, can we sit and watch? I says, absolutely. They want to sit front row to watch you work.
Hey, absolutely. You know, Barry is a friend of mine, and I've known the Bee Gees for quite a while.
Maybe we invite, there's only one BG left, no?
Yeah, only Barry.
And Barry lives out in...
Well, he has a few houses. He has one here in Miami and then some overseas. And
Maybe
one
we
in
invite him.
Ireland, yeah.
Can you imagine?
That'd be a trip. But for this guy, Lionel Richie says, come here and sit in my box.
Yeah, I was going to give a challenge to, what's the name, Citron? Have him do a James Brown and I do a BT, like 40 seconds.
Oh, that'd be
'Cause I
hilarious.
can sing like Barry, too. You know, everybody say, oh, he's doing James Brown, but I can get into that.
I'm
also.
sure that Willie will be willing to do anything. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you something about singing that high note. I bring in this guy. Watch out now.
Well, they were talking.
Well,
Tony
yeah,
was
we're
talking
talking.
about that.
We're talking. Yeah, definitely about doing James Brown and Pavarotti's song. It doesn't matter if it's in Italian or not. I mean, it's.
We
a
have the
song.
translator. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, the good news is that this 37 million hits. Did you see it? 37 million. You know, that's a lot of hits. You know, and it was a sight to see.
It's kind of cool, isn't it?
This is unbelievable. But this is what music is all
The
about.
amount of talent in this room. And then you decide, all right, we'll collaborate and come together, which is even better because it's not just two separate. We got two, and then we merge it into one, and it's this great unifying force.
That's right. Events.amp2.tv. Get your tickets. I'm going to tell you something. This guy sells out everywhere he goes. Go on there and purchase it and watch. I don't even know what to call them.
It's going to be a great night, right? We've got the Bee Gees at 6. When we have the Bee Gees?
6.
6 to 7:30, and then you're going to go on at 8 o'clock with the Young James Brown.
That's it.
And there's going to be some surprises because I know this guy. This guy loves to surprise the audience and
Oh
everything
yeah, I'll
else.
have some people there. I'll definitely probably have Rick Derringer there, and you know who Rick Derringer is. He made "Hang On Sloopy" and "Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo." So we're gonna go in the studio and do "Rock and Soul Hoochie Coo." So the collaboration is good. I mean, that's how we sold out. We had James Brown and B.B. King, and so you got James Brown and the Bee Gees, and James Brown and this talented vocalist here. What's your name again?
Andrea.
Andrea, yeah.
Andrea Bocelli.
No.
Excellent singer, yeah.
But close.
Yeah.
Listen, he could be Andrea anything you want, the way he sings.
And Tony, you've had a lot of gigs coming up. You were just at the Funky Biscuit, and
Yeah.
you're leaving for Georgia tomorrow?
I'm leaving for Chicago tomorrow.
So we have
show
them in
there.
here so we can take some
All right, so you
pictures.
got to
and
tell
stuff
us
at the
about
promo.
Chicago because this gig is amazing.
Yeah, and then we'll be doing some Live Nation stuff. Hopefully with you all, we'll start
rolling all the way down from Georgia to Florida, just do the bus tour.
Yep, we're all in on that. We started making contact, what you asked us to do yesterday. So
Right.
we're all in on that as well.
And that'll be something good.
So what are you doing in Chicago?
I'm actually doing a big concert out there for a private event, and then they have Morris Day and the Time, George Clinton, Kool and the Gang.
A couple of people.
Yeah, a couple of them, yeah. So they're putting that thing together. You know, I'd rather basically just do the bus tour.
Really?
Rather than flying all over. Yeah, I mean, if I fly, I want to fly and go overseas. You know, go to Amsterdam or London, you know, or something like that. Or Sweden, but not
Chicago.
Not to go from here and then go to L.A. and all that kind of stuff. No.
You know, it's funny because the movie La Bamba, the guy never wanted to fly either, right?
Yeah. Well, Aretha Franklin never flew.
Never. They take the bus.
Never flew.
When I watched The Rose, they didn't want to fly either. She used to take the bus, and she used to stop in every town.
Yeah.
And they used to follow her up to the gigs.
Like Fleetwood Mac.
And Fleetwood
He's
Mac.
coming in today at
That's
2
another
o'clock,
one,
Eddie.
Mr. Jelly.
He'll be in today at 2 to put that piece together.
It's amazing all the talent that we have in South Florida. Now, this is a different individual because this gentleman actually doubled for James Brown in his movies and some of the other things. So he's a different type of cut because he knows everybody. If you don't know Tony Wilson, then there's something wrong with you because honestly, everybody knows this guy and how he does it. I figure you went to get that.
What's that?
You went to get pizza.
Oh, pizza.
For
Okay.
Pizza Rica.
Well, yeah, this October 12th thing would be a great thing. They can always look me up on Instagram, Young James Brown, or Young_James_Brown, and my website is YoungJamesBrown.com. So go to YouTube, type in Tony Wilson and James Brown, Tony Wilson, the Isley Brothers. So we want to get this thing going. We want to sell out quick.
You know, I gotta tell you, it dawned on me.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. We're doing some work for Sally, which he's involved with as well, and they're doing a documentary for an hour and a half or something like that. And it just on me about Tony Wilson's life, about doing an hour and a half documentary for him, about doing something because the stories that he has, the limited time that I've known you. I just sit down and I go like this, of all the things that because you've known everybody in the
People,
business.
the connections.
But I don't know if we all know all of the Tony Wilson from Tony Wilson.
That's a lot. Well, you know about Lionel Richie.
I know. I saw you in the lobby, and people were lining up to take pictures with him at the tequila bar. And I go up to say hello to him, and then we go in, and there's Lionel Richie talking to him that you were in James Brown Band. And he looks down, and there was his whole tribute to him. And I'm like, holy cow.
I know he sent me, he casually sent me the video. Somebody took that video that was sitting with you, know?
Yeah, well, yeah, they did. Someone took it, and it was one of my managers, road managers, Lara Bailey.
Let's get you closer to the mic.
Yeah, Lara Bailey, one of my tour managers. Yeah, she surprised me for my birthday, you know, because it was my birthday.
Right. Yeah. Well, Lionel said one of the greatest entertainers, one of the greatest voices I've ever met. And he said it on the video.
But what a role model for Lionel Richie to be a mentor and a role model, right? And to call you out and to talk about what you've done. It wasn't about him, and it just shows you what this man is all about. It was not, he was there, but he was all about, he paid tribute to his drummer that was there, and he talked to you, and these great people, and he had family there, and he's like, it's not about me, it's about all of you that have made me who I am.
Right. That's exactly what he did. You know, it's all about the family, the brother, the sister, the mom, you know, the cousins, you know, and it's a whole package, you know. And like for me, I always share my stage. I can see someone in the audience and I know they're really good, I'll bring them up. Because really with my band, they better know everything.
How big is your band?
Wow. The biggest, 19 pieces.
I don't think the Saver can hold 19, but we're going to see if we can.
It can hold 19.
You think?
It'll hold 19.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, you
Put
gotta
'em all over
understand,
the place.
the horns are the horns,
The
and
horns
they can stay close to each other. They don't need a microphone for every horn, you know. But yeah, you'd be surprised how you can.
19 pieces. I'm gonna tell you, you'll blow up the set. It'll be you won't even need mics.
I'm gonna
It'll
tell you
be
what
so
I
loud.
did one time. I had 25 horns, but I had, like let's say you have a theater, right? I had the front seats on the left and the front seats on the far right, and I had them all sitting in there.
In the seats?
In the seats, they had the horns. So when we started, I had the rest of the horns on the stage with me, like 5 horns. When we got into it, they all stood up. We had, like I said, 10 trumpets, and saxophone on
Wow.
the other side.
Can you
And
imagine
that just
that?
freaked them out.
That is freaky
That's
and
element of
genius.
surprise.
But you know the music business. We talked about this earlier. You are the entertainer.
Yeah.
You entertain. You know how to surprise people. You know who to bring up, what to bring up. The horns go here. The orchestra. You know exactly what you
Right.
need to do to get done.
Right. All the musicians got to do is have fun on the stage with each other, and then everything works out.
Do you produce all of the shows? Do you organize it
Yeah.
and put it together?
I do. I really don't follow a set list unless it's a production by Live Nation. They want you to, and they're gonna put your set list inside of the souvenir book, and this is what you're doing. I don't want nobody to know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what I feel.
You're gonna do what you're feeling.
Like you feel like doing.
I
Because you
kinda
never know. Somebody can, like, and I'm not saying me, but somebody can have a pain in their hip and they can't sing this next fast song. So that's when they got to break it down and sing something else. But if the whole band is geared that, hey, we got to do Living in America, like, no. And then he know he's got to dance and this and, you know, something internally can happen on the stage. So that's why I never go by that.
But 90 minutes to do what you just did out there for 6?
Yeah, that's nothing. I mean, you know.
Can you imagine?
It's like okay, just think about people that play basketball. I mean, they go out of basketball, maybe out there for 3 hours playing
I don't think
basketball.
the TikTok you and I did. You had to cross one leg over the other, and you're like, I'm done.
And I fractured a hip.
Yeah, soccer, hockey, you know.
Now I gotta ask you because I watched the James Brown movie and I watched on how he acted in the movie and you doubled in that movie. But I saw how he talked to the band and how he stamped his foot and doing and you got to do this and doing and he got everybody in rhythm in sections and then he put it all together. And is that a trait that you're the same way? I noticed the way you handle music and the foot, there it goes,
Right,
and there
you
it
gotta
goes, and boom, 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 and this and this, and bing, 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 and then you put it all together.
Yeah, but once you know the parts, you kind of, that's how he was able to find them, because he knew he gave them a part and they didn't do it. Like the song I did earlier, Get on the Good Foot, and then, you know, the bass player is going to get, so he started, can't pass the people, can't pass the hit me. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. That's all he's doing. Doom, 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 doom. Saxophones and horns are going. Can't pass the people. Can't pass the people means what's up people. Can't pass the people. Can't pass the hit
That's
me.
Spanish.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Now I seen tape of you at the Funky Biscuit. You were rehearsing,
Right.
and you had your band on there, and you were doing the same thing,
Right.
like and over until they hit a certain point, and you said, "No, I ain't gonna do it. You got it," and no, I ain't gonna, and then boom,
Right.
the magic happened.
I have to sing, sometimes I have to sing the horn parts to the horns. And I can't play a horn, but I don't know what it is, but I know what it ain't.
But you know what you hear in your head,
Yeah, exactly.
and you know what you want to get out there.
And with James Brown music, it's more easier because most of all his songs, a good 95% are in the key of D. So it ain't like you got this one's in E, that one's in F sharp major, and this one's in C and G. You know, Get Up Off of That Thing is in G, but there's certain songs, but pretty much 95% are in the key of D.
Now game night comes after all the rehearsals, and you go. Now you know they're gonna play what you've been rehearsing.
Right.
Ever happened that something didn't work out and says, you know something, not for nothing, but you're in D, it should be G or E or whatever. Ever happened during a set
No, because
live?
what we do is I teach them that if you don't know, don't blow. If you don't know, don't play. So you can pretend like you playing. If you don't let that lick, then you just skip up it like you doing it. And don't touch the guitar on that on
Gotcha.
the pick. Same with the drum. Don't play what you don't
Then
know.
wait closer to your mic.
Yeah, I said don't play what you don't know. If you got the horns and they going da da ba 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 ba, you just gotta wait and then now you got it. Da 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 da.
Just make believe, you know. If
Right,
you get,
yeah.
or you get lost.
If you don't, I told the horn, if you don't know, don't blow.
If you don't know, don't blow.
When I was playing the cello, the girl next to me was All City.
Right.
That ain't fair, putting me next to All City. I was just a brand new beginner. But they figured because I was a big kid that I could handle it, right? 98% of the time I was making believe I was playing.
Right.
'cause
Hey.
I couldn't keep up with
Well,
her,
you know, there was one musician that's staring at you going, he's not playing.
Happened all the time to me.
They know. Where you up there? You in P. There's no P or Q.
I'm
Yeah,
excited to kick this off on October 12th. We had a great doubleheader,
Oh,
as
absolutely.
they say, right?
And it just grows and goes because it's a magical event. And we have to thank Frank for taking us down to the
Absolutely.
Savoy, and we're going to commingle with him on the 24th to sort of make it happen. We're going to do green red carpet. We want to do promotional pieces. We want to do some advertising for sponsors and everything else. I mean, with this guy, you never know what you're going to get.
Zach Surrey is working on your promotional piece for it's October 12th. Go to events.amp2.tv. Get your tickets. We've got Jive Talking with the Bee Gees and Willie Cintron at 6. And then at 8 o'clock, we've got the amazing Tony Wilson as young James Brown. You can actually go to both.
If you want,
Get
absolutely.
your tickets. Why not? Just stay for the
Yeah,
night.
well, then we may even work a deal.
Have some fun. Maybe in between, the bar will be open, and you never know. Make a whole networking type of event. A meet and greet.
Oh, that's a given. Matter of fact, we are now in the wine business.
Of course we are. Because
Johnny T has introduced us to his wineries. He has wines. He has about 10 to 18 wines on that list. I'll give you one. Absolutely. Just make sure that when you open it, you say, "Hey, Tony, thank you for
you have the
sharing
same
some
bottle I
wine."
have?
Yes.
The Lucarelli?
Yes, because
You're
I
funny.
wanted
You
to
said,
give
what
one
does
to
it say? And I'm trying to read all the way to the bottom. And he says, no, the name of the wine. I'm like, that's easy.
I don't know what it is, but you'll look at it and you'll tell me.
Lucarelli, this is a Puglia Primitivo. I don't know what that is. Some sort of red.
You got to look it up. But I told him to give me one because I knew
Look
you
it
were
up. We
coming
just
in
open and
today.
drink
He
it,
says,
and then
make
we'll
sure
find out.
Tony Wilson gets this. So
He was in yesterday.
we are in the wine business, and I'll give you more insight. There's a lot of wines that we're going to be distributing. These are going through a distributor. We are not selling them. We are just promoting them. And you can be able to get these at the events as well. So thank you, Johnny T.
All right, so go get your tickets, events.amp2.tv. Get your tickets for all of the events we've got coming out. October 12th, we've got Tony Wilson, we've got the Bee Gees. October 19th, we've got Johnny T and Mike Dutra doing Frank and Friends. And then November 10th, we've got J.C. Dreesen doing a salute to the veterans. And then in December, we're going to keep going. And I think we're going to be
have
doing
December
Fleetwood.
6th.
We're going to be doing Fleetwood Mac. We're going to be doing the Yiddish Papas. We got a lot of music coming out.
The Yiddish Papas on December 6th.
Kick off
I
Hanukkah
got to
and the holiday
remember
season.
how to pronounce that.
You don't have to worry about it. I'll take care of it for you.
Yiddish,
Mehente. I'll help you out.
Mehente. Help
Mehente.
me out.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, I think we've got the Doctor of Fun joining us. I've got some games that I haven't looked back. We got Flashback Frenzy, so we'll see what she's got
Oh
put
my
together
God,
for
I
us.
don't know what that is.
More to come on the other side of this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
For real, take your business, any business, to the next level by joining us at the Global Awaken Trinity Summit. 4 days of opportunities and inside info you don't want to miss, as over 35 celebrity speakers will be live in person to teach you exactly how to make your business take off, grow, and thrive. From marketing tool secrets to the best ways to build relationships, partnerships, and make true connections. Founder Kessa Gooden is putting on this once-in-a-lifetime event, the Global Awaken Trinity Summit VIP Gala and Yacht Mastermind, February 29th through March 3rd, 2024 in Miami, Florida. Registration starts at 9 sharp each day. Bring your business partner, your team, your friends, anyone and everyone who wants real success. For tickets, call 404-992-3971. Tickets will not last, so call now. 404-992-3971. Or visit us online at globalawakenedevents.com, and we will see you there.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing. What's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out. Thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought. You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You're good. And we're back?
Absolutely.
I don't know
Make
if we're on labs or if we're on these, but we're going to double the fun.
Just make sure, get your tickets, events.amp2.tv. You got Tony Wilson going to be at the 7:30 showing. We're going to have the Bee Gees with Willie St. Tron at 6. And that's on the 12th of October.
12th of October.
And again on the 19th, Johnny T. Where is Grace? Where is Amazing Grace?
On sound.
Well, I didn't want her on sound.
Well, we'll talk about that also. But we've got a friend of ours over on our VMix call, so we have to bring her over, the Doctor of Fun, and then we'll
so
talk
let's
about.
bring the doctor.
We'll talk about the other side. We've got Dr. Megan, not Dr. Megan, but the Doctor of Fun. There she is.
Dr. Megan, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you guys? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He's like, how did you get her?
I said, how did you get her? I just saw your Facebook stuff.
Oh. You've been checking me out, huh?
Absolutely.
You
are
got
hilarious.
some exciting things going on.
It's so fun. Having a lot of fun.
So
you
you've
guys
been all
look
over
great.
national
It's been
TV.
so
What's
long.
happening with you?
Oh, well, we just launched my game show, Get in the Game Show. It's the first ever totally virtual game show with a virtual studio audience that combines neuroscience and funology, and it actually helps promote well-being for the players and the viewers.
Phonology?
Phonology. I'm the founder of phonology.
That is remarkably
But
phonology.
they've actually looked at the science of having fun and how that enhances workplace atmosphere. It enhances people. It helps people get better with their health. You've done like all the scientific work behind it besides just the phonology of it.
Oh, I've talked to so many people way smarter than me lately just to get. There is so much I didn't realize. I just love to have fun and play games. And I'm learning so much about the benefits behind it all. And I mean, people need more fun in their lives because there's so much negativity and stress in the world right now. And so it couldn't come at a better time. Playing games like this gives you energy. It releases mood enhancing chemicals. There's cognitive and emotional benefits, social bonding. It triggers neural connectivity. There's so many things that happen when you play this game show.
And you were just on national news. You had this national broadcast. How did that even happen?
Oh, I think finally this message is getting traction. Like, it is so important. I think people are starting to realize how important fun is to our lives, and especially now with such heaviness in the world and so much divide and negativity. And so I was on this show and I was wedged right in with William Shatner, Robert Herjavec, and Kenny Loggins. I mean, I am, not by any means, it's the message in my humble opinion. It is the message that is worthy of this kind of coverage.
And then I thought, well, if they can have her, then why shouldn't we have
But wait
her
a minute,
on
wait a
our
minute,
show,
wait
is
a
what I
minute.
was thinking.
Wait, I gotta ask because what they say, you're Dr. Fun. I mean, what happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
In other words, you were with this panel.
They did a whole segment on her fun shops and funology.
Oh, they must have been
I
laughing.
was not. They had interviewed these other people. We weren't
Gotcha.
on. I wasn't in a panel with them. The show is a talk show with Kari Michelson. It's called In the Spotlight, and she interviews different people that are impacting the world in different ways. And I was one of the people that she interviewed.
That's
so.
pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was
And
very
how'd you
cool.
get her? How'd I get her? Mi gente.
Oh, is that what it is?
People called her people.
Oh, is that what it was?
Oh, we go way back.
We go
Come
way
on, you
back.
guys.
It's been years. It's been so nice to work with Megan.
Absolutely.
Now we've got a game that we're
missed
putting
you.
together.
Yeah,
And
I have
is
some games.
Flashback Frenzy, right?
Yeah, I have a few games we can play. We'll start with that one if you, depending how much time
You
we
tell me
have.
what-
Flashback.
you tell us where you want to start.
Let's start with the flashback frenzy. Did you print out? Did you?
Yes.
print out the rules?
Yes,
Okay.
and I haven't looked at them. All I have are the two.
Okay, good.
I have the two here. Round one,
I
do
do.
not look until you're up. Round two, do not look. But I didn't give it to Freddie because he would have looked.
Look what?
Yeah, he would have looked. You
He
hang on
would've
to that,
peeked.
Dawn.
I'm not as smart
I
as
put my
her.
papers underneath all my over here.
I was wondering what all this paper was. I'm
got
saying,
paper,
what
I
is
got
going? What is she
pens.
doing?
Okay, so let me tell you, this game, one player at a time. So Dawn, you'll be up first. So you're gonna be in the hot seat. And your job is you'll have 30 seconds and you're gonna try to get Freddie and whoever else on set to guess as many of these blasts from the past. So there's 6 different blasts. So they're things from childhood. And you're trying to, you describe them. You can use your hands, you can use words, you can use movement. You just can't use any of the words that are in the answer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you guys gonna play with us?
This is like charades.
It's charades. They're coming out to play? Yeah, they're out.
All right, so
All right.
she's gonna say something, and we have
I've
to
got
figure
how long
out.
to do this?
Okay, wait, let me get my timer. You're gonna have
3 seconds,
30
she said.
30
seconds.
So I've got
And-
round one, category childhood games and toys.
Yeah, so these are childhood games and toys. And get my timer going here. So if you come to one you don't know or you want to pass it, you can just say pass and move on to the next one. But there's 6 of them there, okay? So you'll get a point.
She's going to mention something of toys. Is that what we're going
You
to
have
say?
to guess the toy,
toy?
or the game.
Well, I didn't
But
have.
I can't say the word. You didn't have games?
I only had G.I. Joe and the Kung Fu Grip. I didn't have anything else. That was my toy of life.
We got a whole team
Well,
of
we'll
people to
see
help you
how
out.
you do.
We got a whole studio audience
I
here.
can see I'm going to be. Oh, you know what? Let's get the buzzer going.
Josh has the buzzer.
Josh has the buzzer. Give me the buzzer.
Cool. The buzzer.
We have sound effects. We have everything going on here.
All right, do you want to start?
I love it. Okay. Are you ready, Dawn? Are you ready?
ready.
You're
Yep.
up first. Okay. You have 30 seconds on the clock. Ready? Begin.
All right, it's a cube, all different colors, and you turn it
Rubik's
really
Cube.
fast.
You said cube.
You said cube, dummy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. All right,
Keep
it's a
going,
game
keep
where
going.
there's these animals, and you hit the lever, and it eats these little toys, and
Oh,
they're
hungry hippos.
that go in the ocean
Hungry,
and water.
hungry hippos.
Yes.
Keep going.
There's the other things that you step on every time, and they really hurt your feet.
Those jacks.
Legos.
And you put them
Jacks.
in the picture, and you make beautiful pictures, and you
Puzzles?
turn on a bulb. Yes.
Oh, very good.
And Freddie, this is something you were just talking about. He has a Kung Fu grip.
G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu Grip.
And the other game that
Time is up. Time is up. Pretty good. Pretty
The
good.
other game, what the hell clue is that?
Oh, I didn't get that far.
What
The
was
next
you
one I was
gonna
going to
say?
tell you, it's a thing that I put outside to protect my house, and these animals climb on trees, and they come in, egg wood
Monkeys?
in. Yeah,
Oh, a barrel of monkeys.
barrel of monkeys.
Oh, good.
And then you've got this substance that you play with that has got
Play-Doh.
all different. Yeah, that's it.
Very good.
You ready to do the next one?
Very good. Pretty good.
Freddie, this one's yours.
Okay, so this is the same thing, toys, games?
No, you got to read what
No,
it is. I think
this
it's food.
is the category is childhood snacks and junk food.
Oh, boy, she ain't going to get this. She
I
don't
got a
eat
team.
junk food.
I did.
Uh-oh.
Ay, 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 I
Ready?
don't know any of this.
You ready, Freddie?
You ready, Freddie?
I'm ready.
On your marks. Get set. Go.
So you take and you go like this and you laugh. Let's go.
Dunkaroo.
No, keep going.
Fun
And-
dip?
Pixie sticks, fun dip.
Fun dip. Yeah, that's one. And then instead of going la la la, it's a bah, you're a mental.
Singer.
Wow.
It's a food.
Okay, forget about that one. What about this? It's a food. You,
The candy cigarettes.
there you go. and what about the ones that you blow? And it's a little corn thing, and you eat them in a bag.
Gold Rush can't. Gold
What
Rush.
am I blowing into?
A horn.
What is it called?
Time
What's
is
it called?
up.
A toot. A
Tootsie
horn?
roll? A
Blow
kazoo?
into a Tootsie Roll?
A kazoo. What are you blowing to?
What kind of instrument is this? It's not a trumpet. What is it?
It's a kazoo.
A kazoo.
It's a bugle.
Wow.
And if I look up at the what's the opposite of the moon? What's up there?
Star.
Opposite of the moon is a star? Like I tell you, I'm never gonna get this one.
Sun.
The sun, right?
the
So what do
sun
you?
a star?
You slew on the straw, and the little what?
Sun kiss.
Right, but what's it called? The other one with a
Capri
sun.
Sun?
Blank. What? There you
Capri
go.
Sun?
Capri Sun.
Oh, Dawn, I think you said it.
We would have never gotten that with those clues.
And I don't know what the hell a pop rock is.
Those things that pop in your mouth, the candies that explode in
Never
your mouth.
had it. Never saw it. Never had it. But thank you for playing.
They got the booing sound on you.
I put
I
them
love
on
the
a buoy.
sound effects.
A bugle, a Tootsie Roll. That's good. Now let me blow into my Tootsie Roll.
You're hilarious.
Tootsie Roll?
And Megan, these are
Oh my
so
God.
easy, but they're so much fun.
Well, this is a really great feel-good game. It's kind of like a happiness cocktail for your brain, this particular game here, because it's releasing all kinds of chemicals, feel-good chemicals. You got dopamine and endorphins, and it just creates this positive feedback in your brain. It just promotes happiness, triggers neural connections, and then the flashbacks of remembering things from
Oh,
childhood.
yes. That's good.
Brings up just these warm, happy feelings. So
That's
many cool things happening with this
We
game.
can make this a drinking game. When you get it wrong,
or when you get it right, either way.
Oh, when you get it right, what the hell? We just drink.
And you've got these fun shops coming up. You don't have workshops. You've got 3 fun shops next month. This month, September.
Yes, one is happening this Wednesday. And then I've got another one happening next Monday, and then another one next Friday. Just go to thedoctoroffun.com, and there's a free ticket I've got just for your viewers to come check it out, because I'm going to be sharing all different ways to make the unfun things in life more fun. It's not a workshop.
So great.
It's not a webinar.
It's a fun shop. It's September 13th at 8, so tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. September 18th, which is Monday at 9. And I love that you do when people are home from work. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of work, I can't do this. And then September 22nd at 2.
Yep.
Which is
2
fantastic.
different times, and I will be adding more times as well for the beginning of October. But yeah, it's becoming so apparent to me. I have so many people reach out after they watch the game show and tell me how much energy they felt, and they were just laughing and connecting, and it's just helping me realize even more how important this is. And so I really just want to help people find more ways to find the fun in their lives.
You know, Megan, not for nothing, but you are a morning show.
I offered to be on her game show. I wanted us to be part of her game show.
She's a morning show. You know, morning radio, morning shows are all about entertainment now. Even the news is beginning to get away from all the sadness and all the tragedies, and they are looking for ways of incorporating things like, but you, my dear, are a morning show on anything, whether it's a game show, whether it's a morning news show, whether it's the craziness that we do. She would be the perfect antidote for morning drive.
She's so much fun. Where are you living now?
I'm in Boise, Idaho right now these days.
She's where?
In Boise, Idaho.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Idaho.
Boise, Idaho. Don't
Where is
Little
that?
League make
Potatoes.
bats or something from there?
I think that's
Bats.
potatoes.
Potatoes. Oh.
Potatoes, right?
Idaho potatoes.
What
Yeah,
are
but Freddie, I love your idea, and I would love for this to turn into a real show. Right now, I have that recurring little segment on ABC, and the game show is on YouTube. If you go to Get in the Game Show on YouTube, all one word. But yeah, it's a great way to start your day. I mean, most people pick up their phone and start scrolling on social media to start their day, and that is just, you know, talk about starting your day by comparing yourself to other people and looking at news.
We do that every day. I just had James Brown in here. Let me ask you, what time is it there? Is it 12:54?
11:54.
Oh, you're 2 hours behind. You're on
2
Central
hours.
Time.
Yep.
That would
Mountain
make it
Time.
9, 8, 7:30. It's a morning drive. I'm gonna tell you, we should bring her in for the morning drive.
We
What a
should.
trippy that would be. I kind of like this.
But you missed the recurring segment on ABC that she has.
Well, we had to get permission from
From
ABC.
ABC, yeah. Is that a problem?
You don't have, no, not at all, because that's a highlighting. It's not airing the actual game show. It's interviews and then clips from the game show.
Which I love. And I love because we got all the producers in here that are part of the morning show as well. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a radio station to let us be the radio output for the morning show. And I think you're the missing link.
Idaho.
Because she's funny. Yeah, but by the time we finish with her, she's going to be
What do
moving
you
to
do in
Florida.
Idaho? Do you have
What-
fun?
You grow potatoes?
I'm on camera a lot. Yeah, I'm doing virtual stuff.
You're
I'm
doing,
just kidding.
are you,
It's
do you grow
beautiful here.
potatoes? Are you a farmer?
No.
No?
No, my husband and I, we were in Southern California for many years. In fact, last time I was on your show, I was living in Southern California. And we just recently moved here. Actually, it's been almost 2 years. But we
Recently.
bought a fun house.
You bought a what?
A fun house. It was like the house of their dreams. It's just fun house, and they renovated it. And
Is there like spooky stuff in this house? What's a fun house?
No spooky stuff. It's fun. It's like, you have to experience it. You guys should come out. Get
We
in your
should send a
RV.
crew out there.
A road trip to Idaho.
Let's go. We go with Mr. Tony Wilson, and we'll take a bus
On the
up
bus.
there. Oh, that's hilarious.
Everyone we have ever given a tour of this house is like on the floor, just laughing. It's in shock.
Is your husband funny
crazy.
like you?
We have so much fun together. Yes. I wouldn't have married him if he wasn't.
He's not a farmer, is he?
Nope.
No.
They just moved to Idaho.
You just move him out. Do you have like crops outside of your house? Like a bunch of trees and things?
Freddie, you have a very different vision of where I'm in a city.
Oh, you're in the city. There's a
We
city.
have
in-
roads.
Boise,
we have
Idaho.
toilets.
Toilets and roads. Yeah, they've got everything. Indoor
We have
plumbing.
running water.
AC,
Buildings.
running water, AC.
They're laughing
Come on
inside.
out, Freddie.
You have a tub?
They're in the production room and they're cracking up in there.
Wow. Because I lived
You
on the farm.
guys,
In,
do you want to?
Want to play another game?
Do you want to play another round?
let's
or do you
do
wanna
this.
talk
I lived
about
on the farm
farmland?
in Puerto Rico. I had an
All I have,
outhouse
though,
inside
is-
my house.
I only have blank paper though and pens now.
Yep, that's all you need.
Okay. Here,
Okay.
have a pen.
This is a marker.
Okay.
That's all I had. I don't even have black. I have blue and green.
Okay. This game is called Quantum Showdown.
Oh.
This sounds very mystical.
I'm going to read a statement that contains a numerical fact, okay? But the number is wrong. So, you guys are going to buzz in. Do you have like a buzzer or a bell or a
Yeah,
stuffed
we go.
toy
We go.
between you?
Bah.
No, you got a bell. I got a bell.
Okay. So, when you think you know the answer, you ring your bell. Whoever buzzes first gets to answer first. Okay?
Got a lot of stuff
So
here.
you're gonna buzz in and you're gonna say whether you think the actual answer is higher or lower. So I'm gonna say a statement that has a number in it. Like, here's an example, okay? It takes 250 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
I happen to know it takes more.
Less.
So he
More.
says higher.
Higher.
I said lower.
I say higher.
It's higher.
Higher?
So
You
then
know how I know that?
You've licked it?
Because when I was a kid, I licked it for over 300 and I gave up. True story.
you were so
Oh, I like
Freddie
this
to
game.
Freddie.
I like this game. I could do this all day.
So then I'm going to give you three choices to what the answer is. Is the correct answer 364, 578, or 1,000?
1,000. 1,000.
578.
You were so close, Freddie. When you were a kid, it's only 364.
You only had 64
No,
licks and you
no,
would've
no,
gotten
no,
it.
no. That's not true. Me and the owl, we bit into it. I'm telling you now. I went over 300. The damn thing still looked new. So that ain't true.
Did you try it?
Did I try it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I did.
We should do that here. We're gonna
This
get
is
some-
You get this from
not
Dr.
proven by
Google?
me. I know.
We're gonna
Eric, I want you to
give it
lick
to
a
one of our
lollipop.
producers. How many licks does it take to get to the center?
It ain't 374. That I can assure you.
This is challenge for Monday.
But I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
next
get a
time,
lollipop
I
now.
should bring some Tootsie Pops. Okay, all right, here's the next question, okay? Get ready. So first let me give you, okay, let's see. If you were to add up the total amount of time that a person complains within one day, there would be actual physical brain damage beginning to occur after a total of 4 hours.
Less.
Dawn,
Less.
she says lower.
Less, because it's almost instant. I'm having shakes here.
The answer is yet less. Ding, 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 ding. Yay.
Less.
Okay, so how long do you think it is? Is it 3 hours, 90 minutes, or 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
total-
And it's 378 licks.
Actual brain damage?
Actual brain damage.
It was 30 minutes, 3 hours, or
or 90 minutes?
90 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Brain damage.
It's 30 minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
I've been living this dream for 8 years. I got nothing left. The brain is down to 30 seconds. Out. Right, Frank? You know, Frank agrees. Eh?
Oh, man. All right. We have one.
You
time
know
for
what's
one
crazy
more?
about that?
What?
What's crazy about that stat is that listening to someone complain has also been proven to cause brain damage. So
I'm sure.
I've learned to put my finger in my ears without physically doing it.
Really? That's how you work with me for 8 years?
Wait. Yeah.
All right. I want to do one more.
One more.
Okay, one more. Okay, here we go. I'm going to tell you a fact first, okay? It takes approximately 30 to 60 minutes of normal breathing to circulate nitric-rich air within the nasal sinuses, okay? Which, among other things, it helps protect against disease, okay? So here is the question. And remember, it contains a number that is not correct. So you're guessing higher or lower. If you're humming, it takes only 10 minutes to achieve this same result. Freddie.
Higher.
Higher. The correct answer is lower.
Wow. You can hum for less than 10 minutes and still have the desired result.
You see, I don't hum
You
because
can hum.
I don't know the words.
But you don't need the word.
Okay,
just
well,
hum.
see if you can guess what the correct answer is.
Oh, here we go.
Is it
Okay.
5 minutes, 1 minute, or 10 seconds?
I'm going to say 10 seconds.
A minute.
It's 10 seconds.
Wow.
Whoa, watch out now. 378. I'm going to play that number.
Can you believe that?
That's
so,
amazing.
Freddie, you should start humming.
Start humming. Humming, humming, humming.
Humming, ho, ho, ho. That and
Okay,
ding
let me
dong.
just tell you some of the benefits from humming, okay? It will lower your blood pressure. It will expand your airways, widen your blood vessels, reduce your stress. It detoxifies. It promotes healing of gut issues. There are so many benefits to humming. So get humming.
Oh my gosh.
Humming,
Megan,
humming.
thank you so much for joining us.
Megan, we're going to invite you. We're going to talk to you after the show to do the morning show with us. I think this would be a trippy.
thedoctoroffun.com. You can get your free tickets to your fun shop at thedoctoroffun.com. Yes?
Yes, thank you so much. It
You're
was so great to
awesome.
see you guys.
Thank you. Keep having fun.
You too. Take care.
Bye, Eddie.
The lady
Bye.
from Boise.
Idaho.
Boise, Idaho.
Amazing. You should see her fun house. It's great pictures and
I want to get a potato with her face on it.
like a Mrs. Potato Head. She'd be like the
A
potato
Mrs.
of
Potato
fun,
Head.
right?
That is hilarious. Let's get a Mrs. Potato Head. We'll put it on the set with her. She'll be virtual, but she'll be in studio.
So much fun. All right,
That's
you
great.
ready to wrap this up? I know we
Ready
went a
to
little
wrap
bit
it
over, but we're having way too much fun to stop.
All good.
All right, more to come. Thank you, Andrea. It was such a pleasure. Tony Wilson, spectacular. To all our crew, always a pleasure. And Frank and Chris, what can we say? You
What
bring the
can we
angels
say?
again with you.
You keep doing it and raising the bar.
They're always here. So for your free ticket for the Fun Shop, go to thedoctoroffun.com. Get your free ticket for September 13th, 18th, or 22nd. And go to events.amp2.tv to get your tickets for all of the great events that we've got going on.
How do we get Frank's books?
Frank's book, you can go to Frank's website, or you can come right here, pick up a signed copy. FrankARuffolo.com.
And yes, those books you see in the lobby are not only to look at. People asking me, are these for sale? Yes, they are for sale. We got to put a sign up.
We have one. We'll pick a bigger
No, we'll
one.
put one in the door. When you come in and it shoots down like a curtain or something, says everything is for sale. Because the guy hit him over the head.
It's National Video Games Day. Have some
378.
fun. Reset. Let's get
New
you a
number,
Tootsie Pop.
378. Tootsie
Eric,
Pop.
he's going to have Eric do it. All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. And we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
As always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.